You two, what are you doing here? Kent? I thought you're going on a business trip. My flight was cancelled because of the snow. So you've been having an affair with Tony, huh? I'm sorry. Please don't tell anyone about this at work. You gotta be kidding, Tony. Do you know how much I've cared for you? Do you know why you haven't been fired? Who's been helping you? Calm down, Kent. We can talk this out. Shut up. I'm talking with Tony now. I'm Kent. I'm a 35-year-old ordinary office worker. My wife, Jenny, got sick when she was 17, and she can't have a child. I knew about it, but still got married to her. To make up for not being able to have my own kid, I've dedicated my whole life to my wife I loved. After 10 years, this is what I got in return. I was betrayed by my wife that I believed to have cared about me more than anyone else, and my subordinate that I've taken care of since he was newly hired stole my wife. Our married life ended in a worse way. Kent, where are you going? You know where. I'm going to see a lawyer and I'm going to the city hall. Lawyer? Please, I have a girlfriend and we're getting married. Then why did you sleep with my wife? Even if you broke up with your fiancé, it's your fault, isn't it? Please, don't make it a big deal, Kent. If people find out about this, I won't be able to go out ever again. I don't give a damn about your reputation. If you knew having an affair is shameful, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. I got rid of Jenny and Tony who tried to beg me, and I went to my car in the garage. But when I got to the car, I realized that I didn't have my car key with me. Our apartment was almost at the top of a small hill, so walking to the lawyer's office was too hard. I left my house with a bang, so it felt a bit embarrassing to go back now, but I needed to go back inside in order to look for my car key. Bang! I opened the front door that I slammed hard a minute ago. If I remember correctly, after going to the supermarket at the foothill yesterday, I put my car key on the top of the shoe cabinet at the entrance, but I must have knocked out the vase when I left before. The vase on top of the shoe cabinet was knocked down and the flowers were scattered, and I can't find my car key. And it was a while. I was concentrated at finding my car key when... Thump! From the top of my head to my toes, a piercing impact attacked me. Phew! Phew! I noticed animal-like breathings. Staggering, I looked over. Then there was Jenny with a golf club that I bought recently in her hand. She was glaring at me like a demon. It's your fault. You can't divorce me. It's your fault. Oh no, what have you done? I lost my consciousness, so I have no idea what went on between Jenny and Tony after that, but I can't imagine them having a conversation like this. Oh no, you didn't have to kill him. What are you talking about? You could have been in big trouble if I hadn't done this. I have nothing to do with this. I was just seduced by you and had an affair with you. That's all. You gotta be kidding me. If I get caught, I'm going to tell them that you made me do it. That's not right. You're the one who killed him. Jenny! Just shut up and think about what we should do with his body. We can't leave it here and let it get rotten. It was fortunate that Jenny and Tony chose to bury me in the backyard. If my body had been discovered with sulfuric acid or something, I would have died for sure. I assumed that the golf club that Jenny attacked me with hit my head directly, but actually, the thing that hit my head was not the iron part of the club, but its handle. Well, though it wasn't the iron part, it still gave me a crack in my skull, so naturally, I lost my consciousness. When I woke up, my body was already in dark ground, buried in knee-holding position. Maybe I wasn't breathing for a while, but now, my head was like an umbrella, giving me a space to breathe at least for a short period of time. Soil on top of my body was too heavy to move at once, but if I kept digging little by little, I'll be able to get out. When that happens, the chance of meeting Jenny and Tony depended purely on my luck. Before I use all that air, I need to somehow get out of here. I don't know how long it took. When I got out of the ground, my body was soaked with my sweat. I expected it to be cooler in the ground. At least, I was so much warmer than being outside on a winter night. Crawling out of the ground, I felt pretty fine, and my head also got clear and calm, but it brought back the pain in my head. Also, my rage against Jenny and Tony as well. I'm going to kill them. Well, killing them is just like a metaphor, but my rage is real. I came back to life to revenge my wife who cheated on me and an ungrateful subordinate. I'm a living dead. In short, I'm like a zombie. I have to see them get shocked, or I can't die. What I can do right now is to punish them using everything I have. It was lucky for me that my direct boss lived in the same apartment. On the contrary, it was unlucky for Tony, who worked at the same company. I tiptoed through the garden so that Jenny and Tony, who were inside the room, wouldn't notice. I left my home, and though I was exhausted and hurt, I ran to my boss's house. Welcome back. What's up? Wow. Hi. As you can see, I'm in trouble. So, will you help me? Well, I don't understand what's going on at all, but just come in. I don't know what happened to you, but you can at least use our shower. So, I used the shower at my boss's home. Soil actually stopped the bleeding. When I got into shower, and the moment the soil was washed off, though it had stopped before, blood started to come out again from the wound on my head. I can't make my boss's expensive carpet turn red, so my boss took me to a clinic nearby in his car. At the clinic, the doctor told me though there was a little crack in my skull, there was no intracranial injury, and that I would be okay. He cleaned and sewed my wound, put some bandages, and took an x-ray. He also told me that I had to take more tests at a bigger hospital tomorrow, but I think there's still time for me to punish Jenny and Tony. To begin with, I told what Tony had done to my boss. I wish I could say that you must be kidding, but seeing your wound, I can't. Will you go to my house with me now? I think Tony is still there. Sure, but I'm worried, so let's take a policeman too. I don't want to get buried alive like you. After leaving the clinic, my boss and I went to the police office nearby, and we all went to our house. I opened the door, but we heard nothing from inside. Maybe they ran away. Worrying about that, I opened the door to the living room, and what we saw there was so shocking. What is this? There's blood everywhere in the living room. Isn't that your blood? I got attacked with a golf club at the entrance, and there's so much more blood here. I have a bad feeling about this. Excuse me? I'm from Nyamba Police, the policeman called out. That moment in the dim room, someone slowly sat up from behind the sofa. It was my wife, smiling gently like a goddess with blood splattered all over. Welcome back. When I looked out at the backyard, I couldn't find you anywhere. I was wondering where you were. You make it sound as if you're really worried about me. Just a while ago, you were gonna kill me. No, you thought you killed me. What? I didn't do such a thing. Huh? What are you talking about? Spattered in blood like that. He's right. You can't make any excuse now. I'm going to arrest you red-handed for assault and attempted murder. How dare you? I took revenge for you. What? Revenge? Yes, revenge. Hey, come over here and look what's under my feet. Then you'll understand what I'm talking about. My boss, the policeman, and I went over to see what's behind the sofa, keeping a safe distance from Jenny. There was so much blood on the floor that I felt as if you could swim in it, and there was also Tony, lying down with his face down. Oh no, Tony! Did you? Whoa, why did you? Because he said he was going to the police and to turn in himself. That's unforgivable, isn't it? Hey, put that club down, or I'll shoot you. Why? I did this for Kent. Now Kent can rest in peace, right? Don't you agree, Kent? You're not making any sense. Just listen and do as the policeman said. Huh? Why are you telling me that? Don't you feel grateful that I took revenge for you? Wow, don't come this way. Go away. What? You reject me too? I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. Wow. Do you know what happened to us after that? Of course, we died. Just kidding. The policeman arrested Jenny at once, so no harm was done. Naturally, Jenny was arrested red-handed for assault and attempted murder. Later, she was sentenced to 13 years and was sent to prison. Luckily, Tony was tough as a cockroach. Everybody thought he was dead, but he came back to life in a hospital, and soon he recovered enough to be on a trial. Of course, he was sentenced to 8 years in prison for attempted murder as well, though. And a year has passed, and Jenny and I got a divorce. She was in prison, so it was hard to talk to her, but in the end, everything worked out, and I'm relieved. I got a compensation from what Jenny was gonna get as her division of property and her own allowance, and I also got a compensation from Tony since his parents agreed to pay for him, so there was no problem. After that incident, at first, there was a time when I suffered from flashbacks, but recently, I can make jokes out of it, and my clients like the story. It's not because of that, but lately, my work life is going very well. I guess you should get buried alive once in your lifetime. Thank you for listening to my story. Did you enjoy it? I look forward to seeing you again. Please subscribe to our channel.